Okay, so we're diving deep today into choosing the right dog breed.
Yeah, it's a pretty big decision.
For sure. And we've got your material here, and I think the goal is to really help you figure out, the best fit for your life.
Absolutely. A lot of people jump right into looking at cute pictures.
Right, exactly. And then end up with a dog that maybe doesn't quite.
Doesn't quite work with their lifestyle.
Yeah, and that can be tough on everybody involved.
Exactly. So thinking about yourself first is really where it all begins.
So like self-reflection before breed selection.
100%.
Okay, so let's break that down.
Yeah.
What are some of the big things people should be thinking about?
Well, first off, just like your daily routine,
Yeah.
right? How active are you?
Yeah, are you like a go on a hike every day kind of person or
Right, exactly. Or are you more of a, evening stroll kind of person?
yeah, maybe like a basset hound pace, right?
Totally a basset hound person. Or maybe you're somewhere in the middle, like a lab.
Labs are pretty adaptable.
Yeah, they can go either way.
But then you've got those super high energy breeds like
Oh, yeah, like border collies. They need a lot of activity.
so thinking about your typical day is really key here.
Yeah, for sure. And then space, your living situation.
Yeah, apartment versus house with a yard, huge difference.
Huge, right? You can't really have a border collie cooped up in a tiny apartment.
That would be a recipe for disaster, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So a yard is a big plus
Mm.
for bigger or, more energetic dogs.
And speaking of time, I mean, it's not just about space, right?
No time is a huge commitment.
Walking, playing, training.
And dogs are social. They need interaction.
So, can you realistically give them enough time each day?
Right, because leaving a dog alone all the time is just not fair.
Not at all. Okay, so we've got routine, we've got living space, we've got time.
And then family dynamics come into play.
So kids, other pets, that kind of thing.
Exactly. If you have young kids, a gentle breed is often a good starting point.
Though I've heard some larger broods can be really good with kids too.
Yeah, they can be surprisingly patient, but it's definitely something to look into.
And if you have cats, for example,
Yes, pre-drive.
you got to consider that, right? Some dogs are just wired to chase.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's something to keep in mind. Early socialization is key there,
To help everyone get along.
for sure. And I think, we can't forget about budget.
Oh, yeah, the financial side of things.
People don't always think about that up front.
It's not just the initial cost of the dog,
Right. Food, grooming, vet care, it all adds up.
and those unexpected bills, too.
Oh, yeah, those can really sneak up on you.
And a larger dog generally eats more.
Way more.
Okay, so we've done some serious self-reflection. Now let's get into breed characteristics.
All right, so the fun part.
Yeah. So what are some of the key things people should be looking at?
Well, energy level is a big one. Some breeds are naturally low-key, like greyhounds.
Greyhounds low-key,
So
really?
you'd be surprised they're actually couch potatoes indoors.
Huh. Interesting.
Then you have your medium energy dogs, like labs, adaptable to different lifestyles.
And then the high-energy ones we talked about, like border collies.
Those guys are always on the move.
So matching that to your own energy level is super important.
Absolutely. And then there's size, of course.
Tiny Chihuahuas to massive Great Danes.
Yeah, the range is huge.
And size impacts so many things: space, food, cost.
Even health considerations sometimes.
Right, and grooming needs are different for every breed.
Short coats, long coats, curly coats, double coats, wire-haired.
So much variety.
Yeah. And they all require different levels of care.
Which can impact your time and your wallet.
Exactly. And then there's temperament. Those inherent breed tendencies.
Like, how friendly are they? How independent?
Right. Or are they protective?
Hmm.
How adaptable are they?
Trainability, that's a big one.
Huge, especially for first-time owners.
Some breeds are so eager to please.
While others need a bit more patience and experience.
And of course, health.
Yeah, some breeds are prone to specific issues.
Like hip problems in larger dogs or breathing problems in those flat-faced broods.
Right. Knowing those things ahead of time can help you be prepared.
And last but not least, how well do they typically get along with kids and other animals?
Yeah, that's crucial for families especially.
Okay, so let's put it all together.
All right, game time.
So let's say you're someone who's active and single.
A high-energy breed could be an awesome running buddy.
Makes sense. Or a family with young children.
A gentle, patient breed would probably be a top priority.
What about apartment dwellers?
They might want to consider a smaller, lower-energy dog.
Right, and someone who's older looking for companionship.
Maybe a smaller, less demanding breed that enjoys cuddles.
So many possibilities.
There really are.
So what are some good resources for people to learn more about specific breeds?
Well, there are online breed selector quizzes, but, take those with a grain of salt.
Yeah, they can be a good starting point, but
They're not the be-all, end-all.
right. And talking to reputable breeders is always a good idea.
They can give you in-depth info about their breeds, including health history.
And don't forget about animal shelters and rescues.
So many amazing dogs waiting for homes.
All breeds, mixes, ages.
Exactly. And the most important thing is to meet the dog in person.
Yeah, you can't just go off pictures and descriptions.
Spending time with a dog will tell you so much more.
See if you click.
Exactly. Because bringing a dog into your life is a long-term commitment.
So as you continue your research, I want you to think about this. What is the one thing you absolutely cannot compromise on? Is it energy level, size, temperament? And why? Because that answer will really help you narrow down your search and find that perfect lifelong furry friend.
And hopefully avoid any future heartache.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.
Happy to be here.
Catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye.